The tavern erupted, chairs overturned, patrons screamed and scrambled for cover. The first punch came fast and sloppy. Axel wasn't there when it landed. He moved in a blur. The bar was dim and quiet, tucked away on the edge of the city. Axel had chosen it for that reason. Few people, no attention, just shadows, old wood, and the low murmur of people trying to disappear for the night. Behind the counter, Axel polished a glass with slow, controlled movements. "You'll grind that thing into dust," Jonas muttered from the other end of the bar. "Keeps my hands busy," Axel replied without looking up. The door groaned open. Cold air swept in. 4 men stumbled inside, loud and drunk, boots slamming against the floor. The mood shifted instantly. Jonas stiffened. "Don't get involved," he whispered. "Let them drink and leave." "I see them," Axel said calmly. One slammed his hand on the counter, demanding drinks. Then one of them noticed her. A young woman sat alone by the window, a book open in her hands, quiet, small, trapped. The man staggered over, grinning. "What's a pretty thing doing all alone?" The woman froze, eyes darting toward the door. "Come on," he said. "Have a drink with us." Jonas whispered urgently, "Axel, don't." Axel straightened. "She's not interested." The room went silent. Every head turned. The drunk sneered. "And who the hell are you?" Axel stepped out from behind the bar, his presence filling the space. "Someone telling you to leave." The man laughed, but his voice wavered. His friend stood, cracking knuckles. "You think you scare us?" Axel's eyes darkened. The blue vanished, swallowed by pitch black. The first punch came fast and sloppy, a wide swing fueled with whiskey and pride. Axel wasn't there when it landed. He moved in a blur, one step, then another, reappearing at the man's side. His elbow drove into the attacker's ribs with brutal precision. The sound was dry and sharp, like wood snapping under pressure. The man folded instantly, gasping as he collapsed to the floor. A second attacker rushed him, roaring. Axel turned calmly, catching the man's wrist mid-swing. His grip was inhuman, unyielding. With a short twist of his arm, tendons tore. The scream came a heartbeat later. Axel yanked him forward and smashed his face down onto a nearby table. The wood exploded into splinters. The man slid to the ground, unconscious. The tavern erupted, chairs overturned, patrons screamed and scrambled for cover. The third man charged, fear replacing confidence. Axel stepped inside the attack and kicked low. The impact landed squarely on the knee. The joint buckled with a sickening crack. The man dropped instantly, howling, clutching his leg as it bent the wrong way. The last one hesitated, then swung wildly. Axel ducked beneath the blow, seized the man's arm and twisted hard. Bones snapped. Before the scream fully escaped, Axel drove a fist into his jaw. The force lifted the man off his feet, hurling him backward into the bar. Bottles shattered on impact, glass raining across the counter as the body slumped to the floor. And then, nothing. The entire fight had taken seconds. 4 men lay broken among shattered wood and glass, groaning or unmoving. Blood smeared the floor. The air stank of fear and iron. Axel stood at the center of it all, chest rising slowly, completely in control. The black in his eyes faded, retreating until only cold blue remained. No one spoke, no one moved. He pulled on his jacket and walked toward the door. Cold night air swallowed him as he stepped outside. He didn't look back. He never did. The road stretched into darkness, just where he belonged. It was time to run again.